Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's really, really inspiring. You know, Sanam, and I was gonna ask you because you spoke about your own story earlier, but I was gonna share with you. Like a few winters ago, I was sitting in a class at NYU, and we'd invited this guest speaker to come and talk to our students. And he was talking to them. He was a headmaster of a school in the UK, Sir Anthony Selden, and he was talking to the students, again undergrad के students हैं. उनसे बात कर रहे थे about kind of just being in the moment, and again all of this, like, it's so frenzied, but how do you remain mindful? And he quoted something. I think he was quoting Sir Henry David Thoreau, but it wasn't I don't think this is the exact quote. It's a rehashed version. And he said something very similar to what you're saying about your own story, but also about Aruja's story and so many others. And he said something like, he said most men and women lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with the song still in them. And he said, take 5 minutes. He said, take 5 minutes and scribble your song on a piece of paper and share it with the person next to you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you got me, you're speaking about this, about, just trying, at least exploring, and your parents are behind you, kind of, it's like, what would you do for your eulogy? Which could also, I mean, your example, like, it is for the resume and the eulogy both, and you're fortunate that it goes hand in hand, but sometimes, you get so caught up in just, like, the instrumental purpose of life. Or iska ye kehna really left a mark on me. And I remember I'd given birth, like my second daughter was 2.5 weeks old. I was thinking, my song? No clue, it just, but all that you've been saying really kind of reinforces that to me, and makes me realize most of us do kind of just, life does pass you by, and again, I think a lot of times we feel like it has to be attached with visible success. And everyone's got to come out and be like a prominent actor, but it could be something that is often quietly fierce or invisible as well.
I hope so. And my brother and sister a little bit always are like, oh, it's easy for you. It's easy for you to say. You knew what you wanted to do, bachpan se.
Right.
But it's not easy for everyone to know what they want to do.
Yeah.
And some of them struggle for a long time. Sure. And that's where I feel like maybe being too kind of like, beta, do whatever you want to do, can be confusing because it's not helpful. You have to know, beta, do what you love to do. I'm 100%. Beta, do whatever you want to do. No, have some kind of structure. And that's where the parents come in and kind of push you towards or encourage you to do something, or make sure that you finish a certain course or a degree in something. I mean, my siblings have graduated, but they never ended up doing what they graduated in.
Right.
Right. So, but it was a struggle to finally find what they wanted to do. And for that, I was like, parents, you should have maybe pushed them a little bit in the right direction, a little bit. I got out of it because I knew that this is what I want to do always. But that doesn't mean the other two had the same thing. So for them, I was like, that's where parents being kind of hippie in the sense, it's not detrimental, but I do feel that's where parenting could have helped a little bit, for them to decide or choose what they wanted to do faster and not wait so long in life to find what they wanted to do. But parents who stand with like a knife over their kids' heads, that stress and pressure is not right either. So I mean, it comes down to balance, everything. It's kind of like a balance, but allow the child space to explore.
And to almost unearth and discover, right? Because it's not easy to always have that clarity, and I think that's a process of exploration too. Yeah. Sanam, I'm going to end with some quick questions. I hope like they're fairly straightforward, but just fun. Tell me, Sanam, a Pakistani actor you really admire? I mean, you did say...
I did say Sanam Saeed.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I admire... Gosh, now they're honestly all of them, because so many of them are mothers. And their careers are flying, mashallah.
My gosh, but that is so reassuring to hear.
Yeah, I mean, all of them, all of the superstars right now, my colleagues are mothers.
Yeah.
Ikra bounced right back.
It's just...
Aiza is doing amazing. Myra's always been a mother. She joined, she's already a mother when she joined. And they're doing so well, and it kind of gives those who don't have children hope, or those who have children and think like, oh, bacha ho gaya, life is over. So I think, and then you have Sani who doesn't have children, who chose not to, and she's got a great career also. So there's no one person.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them because they each have their own strengths. Saba's very daring, and I really admire her
Yeah.
courage. Myra's so charismatic.